it's Ross. Hope you're having a nice day. In my last video, I spoke about food and how winter food was getting me down a bit. On Monday night, I had a salad, really nice. I'm probably going to have another one tomorrow. But I found a problem. Well, this sort of since just before Christmas, sort of the Christmas holidays, I was interested in sort of herbalism and stuff and all those sorts of things when I started the channel, but not as in depth as I am now. Over the last week before I went on holiday, before we went on school holidays, last week, even then I was interested, but over the holidays I've become so much more sort of involved and sort of understand it so much more and want to be doing this sort of stuff more. But the problem is, I'll just start with the healthy eating subject. The problem with healthy eating is, of course, school. I'd love to be able to be doing fruits and veg and stuff, and be able to have like smoothies for breakfast and stuff. Make my own smoothies, but I just haven't got time. Simply because of school starting off early in the morning. I struggle most times to get to school. I struggle most times to eat breakfast in my house. Often I have to eat it walking to school. But that's not the biggest problem. The biggest problem is when it comes to lunch. Now, the canteen or cafeteria, or whatever you want to call it, is exceptionally noisy. There's people throwing food everywhere, people shouting, there's no space to eat, there's not enough tables, the floor's just dirty, and it's not a very nice environment to be eating in. I mean, I eat in it, no problem really. I eat in it because I have to, because I haven't got a choice. You can't eat outside. Even in the summer you're not allowed to eat outside. We're crammed in. Because what happened is, like a lot of the schools in England, they were rebuilt 2 or 3 years ago, and the same thing happened with our school. Now, the old canteen was it was basically a shed. The old canteen was bombed out in the war, and then they built this other prefab shed thing, and it was there 2 years ago. They still hadn't built a proper one. But anyway, and there was space there to eat. But now in these new buildings, because the budget was cut, they had to make everything smaller. So there's not enough seats in the classroom. People have to sit on the ends of tables, like there. The tables down here, they have to sit there, and they haven't got enough space. The people on the end are sort of like this, writing on the side. Barely enough space to put a book. And in the canteens, even worse, because there's only about enough seats for something like 50% of people to eat. So it's kind of a mad rush, and everyone's sort of crammed in. There's people throwing food and shouting, and it's just not a very nice environment. But that's not the main problem. The main problem is the food. Now, I could easily, well, not easily, I could do a salad and bring it into school every day, but then it sort of, I don't really know. I suppose it's not really an excuse. I could do a salad every day and bring it into school, or do a pasta every day, but then it's the finding the place to eat it, because with a salad or a pasta, if you were to add the seasoning, or whatever you want to call it, I can't remember what it's called, sauce or whatever, dressing, that's it, dressing, before, the leaves would wilt, and it would go, and even the pasta would sort of soak it all up, and it would be pretty dry. So you'd have to do it in separate containers and then sort of pour it across, and for that you need quite a lot of space, not like the shoulder width space they give you to eat. And even then, they've cut our break for some reason. Now at school we only get 20 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes to have our lunch. That's it. And if you're going to have school dinners or eat from there, from the canteen, it's going to it's going to take you 20 minutes to queue up. That's how long the queue is. 20 minutes to get my dinner. You've got to queue up for 20 minutes, and you've got 10 minutes in about this much space trying to eat it. And I don't really know, so it's quite hard to do healthy food, to be honest, when you're at school. Yeah, that's about it really. And it's another problem also, is especially the winter months, is trying to do getting out there type stuff and meditation and all that kind of stuff. Because you get home at about, what time do I get home? I usually get home just after 3 every day. Because I live quite close to my school. I live sort of 3/4 of a mile. I sort of get home 3ish every day. And then once you're at home, you don't really want to be going straight out and doing things. You want to have a little sit down relax, and that's when sort of you can sort of meditate. But the only problem is, after a tiring day at school, especially when it's getting darker, it's getting quite light early now. I think it gets dark about 5:30 now, so it's getting better. But you just fall asleep. It just becomes absolutely impossible. But no, that's the main sort of thing of this thing. Food, just sort of because you can't eat healthily. Because school dinners, I know they're supposed to be healthy now, but they're not. They're just absolute rubbish. I mean, the meat's just fat and gristle, the whole thing, and it's just all the healthiest thing. I figured it out the other day. Because I got one of they just put a calorie list up. They had one months and months ago. And then they took it down. Because not hardly anyone was buying stuff because they saw how many calories was in all the stuff. They took it down, but now they put it back up. And I was looking, and the healthiest thing per portion on my school menu is pizza. I'm not joking. Pizza is the healthiest thing on our school menu. They do tortilla wraps and stuff with things in them, but they're packed full of salt. It just tastes like you're drinking seawater, basically. Of course, there's the option of packed lunch, but I've never been sort of I've never really went for sandwiches and stuff. I don't know. I've just never sort of liked sandwiches. I've always been, well, not always. Within the last sort of year or so, I've just liked salads. But I've never really done packed lunch, so I don't really know. See, I don't really like packed lunch as such. I feel like I want to actually eat something for my lunch, not just a sandwich and that's it. I feel like I want to have something. But then, of course, there's the option of having sort of school dinner's main meal. And then that's all these pasta bakes and stuff, but they're still full of salt and all the meat's just gristle. And they served up chicken the other day, and it wasn't chicken. I don't know what it was. At first I thought it was tofu, but then it had these sort of, after tasting it a bit, it wasn't tofu. I don't really know, but it was white and it was kind of flaky like chicken, but there was no way it was chicken. Anyway, I'll leave you with that. That's about it. Hope you have a nice rest of the day or rest of the evening or wherever you are in the world. Of course, the time's different. And thanks for watching. And don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. Bye.